What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the second episode of the Forest Career Mode. In this episode we'll be looking at all these transfers. So we've got Vandenberg, Twanzebe, Williams, Taylor, Jones, Camavinga, Elliott and Connolly are the targets I'm looking at now. I know in the first episode I said one of the rules is we have to sign players with a real face, but from hearing your guys' feedback, you don't want that, you just want normal signings, so that's what I'm going to go ahead with. And they're my targets so far for this season. I've got 2 centre-halves, a left-back, 3 centre midfielders, a winger and a striker. I'd like to get them all in if I can. I'll try what I can do. I've got 17.17 million to my name. But in this episode, like I said, we'll be trying to get them transfers done, but we'll be playing the Leeds match, playing Derby in the Cup, what a game that is, and then simming the Birmingham game and the Charlton game, and that'll do it for this episode, and we'll get closer to finishing the month of August. Now, after this episode, I think what I'm going to do is do each episode by each month, and just try and fit it in that way. Like, play the whole month in one episode, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it seemed like you enjoyed the first episode. I'm sorry about the footage of the West Brom game. That's totally my bad. I wasn't able to save the footage. But as you can see there, it literally said Nottingham Forest in goalless stalemate against West Brom. We drew 0-0. I should have really won after they went down to 10 men, to be fair, though. But yeah, might as well just get going forward and keep the career mode moving. The first game of the episode, we will take on Leeds United at Elland Road. I think I'm going to stick with this team. Yeah, I think I am. Now, just before we go into the game, I just need to speak to you about the man in the match thing you've seen at the end of last episode. Now, I did explain it in the footage, but obviously the footage is corrupted, so I did put a little slide out there just so you can see what I mean. But at the end of every single game I play, I'll choose my own man of the match, not Fifa's, who I think has played the best, and I'll add it to a chart that I've got on my computer. And at the end of the season, we'll see who's got the most man of the matches, and that'll be an award on its own. It's most likely going to be the player of the season who gets it, but you never know. We'll see what happens. I voted for Cash in the first game against West Brom. I thought it was amazing. And for sim games, there's a way to look at the rating from the last game, so I'll do that and find the games man of the match and add that to the tally if you would like. I think that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, Leeds versus Forest, let's go. Alioski can't get past Cash. Chips it forward and no one's there. Leeds having all the ball in this one. Cash does well to get away from Ben White now. Cash slips in for grabber and hits it. Saved by Kazir and it's back to him. It's 1-0 Forest. The poacher, who scored 17 or so goals for Forest in real life, gets us underway in our scoring season. He couldn't score in the opening game. He scored in this one after Kazir basically gave the ball back to him from his original shot. We lead at Elland Road. Down. Costa gets the ball. Amrabi are against him. Amrabi intercepts his pass. Ben Watson for Lewis Grabber, and if you can spin and give it to Lolly here, he's in. The winger. He's in for Forest, makes it 2-0. Joe Lolly celebrates with his team as Lewis Grabber just managed to slip him through after being dragged back by Cooper. And Lolly finds the bottom corner on the counter-attack. Forest lead 2-0 at Elland Road, and what a result this will be, considering we've had none of the ball. Grabber intercepts Calvin Phillips' pass. Thiago Silva. Now for Grabber. Amiobi slips it in behind for Joe Lolly. Pulls it to the 6-yard line for Grabber, who makes it 3-0, gets his second of the game. One after the other, straight after kickoff. Forest intercept the ball. Counter-attack once again, and Grabber gives Forest all 3 points. Just 3. And Forest will take all 3 points back to Nottingham. What a result. 3-0 win at Elland Road. 2 by Grabber, 1 by Lolly. There's only one person I'm going to give my man of the match to here, and it's who Fifa's gave it to, Lewis Grabber. It was between Grabber and Lolly. Lolly was a better performance, but Grabber with 2 goals. What, you can't really not give it to anyone if they get 2 goals. So Lewis Grabber gets his first man of the match of the season. What a result that was. Against Leeds away at Ellen Road, they had all the ball but 3 counter-attack goals. 2 by Lewis Grabban, 1 by Joe Lolly. Settle things and give Forest all 3 points back to Nottingham. But now we face the Sheep, our arch rivals, Derby County, in the Carabao Cup. Now this game went ahead in real life, like in the actual Carabao Cup at Forest, and Forest ran away 3-0 winners, which is a heavy defeat for Derby County. Will the result be the same? Who knows, but let's have a look at some of our transfers because the scout reports have come back. Now Twanzebe, is he needed this season? I'm not too sure with the centre-halves we've got. Camavinga, 1674 rated. Wow, that's some stats. But I think my first signing is going to be Curtis Jones. Just 18, will probably be a future Liverpool captain one day. Let's get him into our squad and make sure he's a good overall for when Watson retires. Let's just offer him his value, 1 million. Let's see if we can get the deal over the line. You want a 1% sell on clause? Yeah, I don't really care. Let's try and get the contract done with Curtis Jones and sign him. Let's get him into the team. What a signing this will be. For the future. Let's put him on a 5-year contract, so he'll probably be our vice captain behind Worrell in years to come. Right, I say let's give him 15 grand, triple his wages. He's not going to say no. Curtis Jones is our first signing of the series, and he goes straight into the squad. Not the first team 11, but he goes into the squad picture. Now with one signing in, let's get straight into the Derby game in the Carabao Cup. So that's the team I'm going to send into the East Midlands Derby. Muric in goal, Derek with Dawson, Benelo and Bong across the back 4. Alex Mighton and Carvalho on each wing. Curtis Jones makes his debut for the Reds at centre mid alongside academy graduate Ryan Yates. Also, 18-year-old Brennan Johnson starts just behind Tyler Walker. A lot of academy graduates in there. A young team with a mix of experience in Dawson, Benelo and Bong and Daraqua. Let's see if we can get the better of our arch rivals. Bong does well. Here's Brennan Johnson now, chips it over the top for Tyler Walker. Tyler Walker onto his right foot, finds the bottom corner. Forest take the lead. What a goal that is by Tyler Walker. Cutting in from the left hand side. Letting Brennan Johnson cross his path to confuse the defenders. And then bang, once he felt comfortable, into the bottom corner from just inside the box. Could this man be our future striker once Grabban goes? Who knows? Let's hope so. Derby come down the right and here's Jaden Bogle. Marriott heads in and it's 1-1. Derby straight back in it. Jack Marriott. Lovely ball from Jaden Bogle. Marriott with the movement around Benelo and who heads past Ara Muric. Marriott strikes into the top corner. Derby lead at the City Ground. With 20 minutes to go, that is not ideal. But Marriott gets his second of the game. And now Forest have to come up with something to get back in this one. Cash wins the ball and that's the end of it. Derby win the first East Midlands derby of the season at the City Ground in the Carabao Cup. It's a poor result from Forest and Savile men. But my man of the match, Fifa's gave it to Brennan Johnson. I don't think he played well at all. My man of the match is Curtis Jones on his debut. I think he played excellent. Controlled the midfield in the first half. Didn't really get into it in the second, but that's when Derby stepped up the gear. But yeah, Curtis Jones gets the man of the match on his debut. We now move into the third game of the episode. After beating Leeds 3-0, losing to Derby 2-1, in the cup. We now play Birmingham at home, and I'm going to go for the exact same team that beat Leeds. But this is our first sim game of the episode. We get all 3 points. Silva and Ribeiro on the score sheet. And Forest take all 3 points away from Birmingham. And now sit 4th in the league after being unbeaten in the league so far. Here is the final game of the episode then. Charlton away. Forest scraped a 1-1 draw in this in real life. Albert Adoma coming off the bench and getting the equaliser. But with good form in the series, in the league, can we get all 3 points? We can. Silva and Graben get on the score sheet and give us points for both games. Forest sit 3rd, joint first with Stoke and Fulham, all on 10 points from 4 games. No one can do better than us so far, points wise. Graben sits 6th, but joint 2nd really, with 3 goals in the scorers chart. With Graben and Curtis Jones picking up man of the matches in our 2 played games of this episode. Here is what the man of the match chart looks like now. Cash, Graben and Curtis Jones all with 1 man of the match to their name each. I'm not going to do one for the sim games because I don't really know who got man of the match. And like I said, it's my opinion rather than the games. But that's going to do it for the end of the video. If you've enjoyed, then drop a like below. Subscribe if you haven't. Tell me what transfers you'd like to see me make out of these lot on this list here. And until then, see ya.